Sunday video.
A few weeks ago, Chrissy Teigen posted on Twitter, she did like a real down to the nitty gritty celebrity, all you want to know about celebrity Q&A on her Twitter. And our friend Chris Clemens, fellow YouTuber who you guys may or may not know, if you don't, go subscribe to him. He kind of did what she did, but did the twist on like YouTuber world, the entertainment industry, etc. And I thought it was a really good idea, so we decided to do it and have you guys ask us anything that you want to know about the YouTube industry, the YouTube world, and we're going to be as honest and open as we can. I just put a little tweet out and I hope you guys responded. I'm opening Twitter now.
How do you receive a PR package? I know you guys have a PO box, but like how do companies find your address?
A lot of the times companies will either like DM you on Instagram or like our MCN, people will reach out to like Studio 71 and be like, can we send Carly and Erin PR? And then they get our address that way. But we do get a lot of stuff to our PO box too from companies.
Yeah.
Do you guys get anxious going places that are busy because you know you'll get recognized? I think it depends on the day and like the mood I'm in and how I'm feeling.
Obviously we love that people watch us and like want to talk to us and stuff, but I feel like when like if it's just Erin and I, it's not too bad, but like if we're with the whole group, it can get really crazy. For me, I can get anxious when I'm like surrounded by a lot of people.
Totally.
So for me, I'm like, oh, I don't like it. But it's not the fans, it's just like what's going on for the most part.
Just like overwhelming things. Like it's more overwhelming than it is like a nuisance, I feel like. If this is how you phrase it. Because it's like so many people at once. You're like, hi. Like we love meeting people and we're like always stopping to talk to whoever will and like take a picture with whoever. But there are definitely times, especially when we're with David, it's like, holy shit, I don't know what to do. Like I can't breathe. We'll always stop, so don't ever be afraid to come up to us. We'll always talk to whoever, take a picture with anybody. How would you prefer to be approached by a fan if they ran into you one day and wanted to speak to you guys? I think it's always the best when people are like, hey, nice to meet you, I'm blah, blah, blah. As opposed to like when people come over and are like, hi. And don't say anything, because then it's like, I'm assuming this person watches our videos, but should I assume that, or do I know them from somewhere else?
Yeah, exactly.
It's always nice when people just like have a normal conversation with you.
Yeah, and it's hard to like talk to someone when they're not saying anything. They're like, I'm like, you can ask them if they want a picture, but then I always feel entitled or something. Like, oh, you want a picture?
Totally.
But it's like, maybe that's what they want. I don't know.
And it's also like, I feel like you guys know us so well, but when we meet you, we don't know who you are. So it's always nice to like make that connection that way. Or even just be like, I watch your videos.
Yeah, that's fine too. It's just hardest when they don't really say anything. So you're like, I don't know how to act.
Because we're awkward too. We're all awkward. Do you ever want to just have your private life back?
No. Nothing about this really bothers me like privacy wise.
Yeah, no, me neither. I feel like if I were in a position where people were like showing up to my house every day, then I would be like, I think where we are right now, like I'm very comfortable and I like feel safe and secure. I think that there's definitely like a lot of boundaries that people cross that would make me uncomfortable if it happened to us. I'd be like, I'm moving back to Massachusetts, living in a farmland. It's also nice too because like we do show you guys majority of like our life and what's happening, but there's also a part that we do keep separate. I still do have like our own feelings and time and all of that stuff that's not like a public thing. It's nice because we get to choose what we share.
Have you ever used your status or been like, do you know who I am, to get something?
I mean, I've definitely like DM'd brands being like, hey, do you want to like collaborate on this?
Yeah,
or, like,
I think that's the confusion. Because like you said somebody DM'd you or something when you went to Disney. They were like, oh, you just use your status?
Oh yeah, like no. So we have a friend that works at Disneyland and they signed us in to Disney so we didn't have to pay for the tickets, and I talked about that on a vlog and someone was like, you're just like using your status to get free stuff from these people. I'm like, what? No, like if you don't have a following you could do that. Like it's just a friendship. Another thing that happened was a fan recognized me at the parking place and he just like waived the fee of parking, but I wasn't so like nice. Oh, you know who I am. He was so sweet, and like obviously I would never expect anyone to do that. He was just like, oh my god, I watch all your videos, and both TJ and I were like, oh my god, thank you so much, like that means so much to us. And then he like handed us we gave him our credit card, he handed us our receipt, and he was like, I didn't make you pay for parking. And I'm like, oh my god, like that's so nice. But I would never be like, oh, you know who I am? I'm not giving you my credit card. Yeah. We're getting in for free.
I could not even imagine like thinking that way. I mean, that's even when somebody does something like that or like gives us a free drink or free product, I'm always like, oh my god, thank you. Yeah. It's never like, I
deserve
I better
it.
get it.
Yeah.
Never. I would assume most celebrities aren't like that either.
No.
I really don't. And like we've obviously been exposed like a couple celebrities and they've all been the most down to earth people.
Other than that, yeah, no. Like just reaching out to companies, but it's more of like a collaborative thing. How do they decide how much you earn? Assuming they is YouTube.
The YouTube gods. Whenever somebody asks me who doesn't know anything about YouTube, they think it's like subscribers, but it's really the views. I think a lot of people know that. Yeah. And your CPM, which is how much you get paid per 1,000 views, I think. I feel like ours right now is probably between like $7 and $10. Your CPM can vary on YouTube, so if you're very family friendly and you don't cuss, you don't put in copyrighted music, anything, your CPM can be higher, but if you cuss
very
a lot,
high.
Yeah. And if you cuss, you smoke weed in front of the camera and stuff, it can go down. So I'm sure some people's CPM is like $3, some people is 10. That's like per 1,000 views. So if ours was 10 and we get 1 million views on something, you can do the math. That's one video. It can be a lot and it can be nothing. So
yeah, it really depends.
Yeah.
And like also factor in watch time to that too.
Yeah. And how many ads are placed in the video. So if a video is over 10 minutes, you can put in as many ads as you want.
What is your favorite thing you've gotten for free?
Ooh.
Honestly, so many things. But I think things that we get for free that are things that I'm like, holy shit. I can't, like, I got a pair, Doc Martens sent me a pair of shoes.
That was sick.
And for me, that's like, what? What do you mean? Like, I've loved this brand for all of my life. And like, they sent me a pair of shoes. What the fuck kind of world do I live in? When things that like I genuinely love and have loved for so long, it comes full circle almost. And I'm like, whoa, like that's so cool.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me, for some reason, was the big CoverGirl thing because it's such a big brand and like we didn't reach out to them. It was just randomly in one of our videos and they saw it and sent the whole thing. And like I literally use almost everything that's in it. Like all this eye stuff that you guys always ask is from CoverGirl. Their mascara I use all the time. Well, it was so cool. I was like, oh my god, this is the biggest brand I've ever looked at in my apartment, I think.
Truly.
You and Carly split AdSense and brand deals 50-50. If so, what are the logistics of that? If you ever take brand deals as individuals, do you run it by each other first? So we split everything 50-50. Every brand deal we do together. All of our AdSense is 50-50. But we've done like our own brand deals on our Instagrams and stuff, and that's not like that's our own. So we would, hey, do you mind if I do a McDonald's?
Do you ever feel terrified that one day YouTube might just stop or not be there anymore?
I've never really thought about it like that.
Me neither.
But that would be terrifying.
Yeah, it would be like, I think it would be really sad, but I try to not look at things that way. And I think we're both pretty responsible where we're not like out like spending like insane amounts of money on things. We're like very frugal when it comes to that because I think in the back of your mind it's like this could end at any minute, but I also don't live my life that way.
I hate when people are like, what are you gonna do when YouTube ends?
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is my career path as of now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same thing as if you're working somewhere. Like, what are you gonna do when the company goes down? It's like,
yeah.
I mean, obviously I don't know if we can do this forever, but hopefully we can. I don't know. And I just feel like I'm always someone who just thinks everything's gonna work out. Even if it did, I feel like we'll be doing something else by then, or like we'll figure something else out. I don't know. Do you ever feel jealous and or annoyed about how much David seems to control what the Vlog Squad does and is able to film? That's a good question. How I see it is like we're with David all the time, and like because he's out doing things, we're also able to get different content, but also similar content. I just like being around him because he's always doing something.
Totally.
And I feel like we're all just used to it, and it's not a bad thing at all.
In our friend group, like we're all very supportive of one another. And if anything, it's like, oh, that's so cool that you're doing that. And also David isn't one that's like, I'm doing this, ha ha ha. He's like, come.
And
like,
he's so inclusive with everything.
Yeah.
Even at the streamies, he was like, can you guys all come up with me for every award? Like,
no,
I want everyone up
literally,
there.
yeah.
Like, even in his speech, he was like, this isn't for me, this is like for all my friends, which is so awesome. Because like, not everyone is like that. And it's so cool how big he's gotten, but he's still very inclusive with everybody, and it's not like selfish or anything. And
definitely not.
And obviously he gets, he's like able to film like the big bits because he's the one that plans them. It's for his vlog, so we would never want to like spoil that or expose anything, or
we're just
have our camera in front of his or anything, because it just looks bad.
And we're just like lucky to be along for the ride.
Yeah,
I would never look at it that way.
Yeah.
Or like feel jealous. Like if anything, I feel like lucky.
Yeah, same. Like we get to hang out with our friends all day
and do cool
do cool things and film and have fun. Like that's literally all we do.
Yeah. Is it harder being a 2-person channel having to split the money? I think for me personally, it's like I like it more because I feel like a lot of our friends, like it's only them and they're like, I feel so burnt out, like blah, 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 because like they're the ones constantly having to come up with ideas on their own, and like they don't have other people to bounce each other off of or like pick each other up and like get your ass into gear.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be way more challenging to maintain like a single person channel.
I've never seen, so there's a creator studio where you can see like how much you're making that month, and I've never looked at it and been like, I wish that was all mine. Like that's just not like our mindset at all. It's just like, we
don't even look at the creator studio. Do you make a lot of money with merch?
We definitely make more on brand deals and AdSense than merch.
Yeah, like merch is not our strongest thing. Everything comes out in the wash. You gotta pay the manager, you gotta pay the company, you gotta pay like all these people. So at the end of the day, like, I mean, it's definitely like a nice chunk of income, but like nothing crazy.
Not for us.
Yeah.
For other people, different story.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. How do you decide what brand deals to take? Do you sometimes have to be like, this doesn't really go with our brand and decline? Yes.
Yeah,
we do that
all the time.
frequently, actually. I feel like the last couple of years we've been more able to like understand our audience.
Even like the fit tees.
Yeah, like fit tea we would never do. Because it's just like, no.
Well, one, because we're literally the smallest people ever, and it's like, hey, and also like I'm not promoting a crash diet to people because that's ridiculous, and everyone knows that it's a scam.
Yeah.
And those kinds of companies will reach out to us, and I'm just like, no. Also, if something just doesn't like fit with our brand, energy drink company reached out to me to do something, but like I don't drink them, so I'm not gonna go and promote something that I don't even use myself. What editing software do you guys use? iMovie.
What's one thing you hate about being a YouTuber? The thing that bothers me the most, and it shouldn't bother me, and I'm trying to not let it bother me, is if I get like a tweet or DM about like an opinion somebody has about me or our friend group, and it comes off as if they already know what's going on.
Not even like saying like, do you think, but people being like, I know that this is the way it is, but it's like you're just seeing like a small portion of our life. So like I feel like when we say things, people like twist it into their own perspective and then like make up what they think the truth is that's not the truth.
Or we'll be like joking with our friends.
Yeah.
And then they'll take it the wrong way. Like we were being serious, like there's an underlying cause or issue. And it's like, it's not. We've all been friends for 5 years now. Like we all know each other really well. We're all
and like
just
when we do
fun.
fight, we fight, but just not like for the public eye.
It's hard to say. Like if I was younger and like watched our group, like I might do the same thing. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think being in it is just, it gives you a different perspective.
I mean, I would definitely say like that. People just like telling you about your life and you being like, that's not real.
Yeah.
That's not what's happening in my life.
Yeah.
Like there's been times where I've like read something and I'll like go to Carly like, oh my god, like did you think that I was like saying this in this way? Like there was one specific thing, it was like in one of Jason's videos. We did like a Vlog Squad trivia, like of David's vlogs or something, like who said it.
Oh, I know.
And like Carly won at the end, and I literally jokingly was like, well, I guess that just means I have a life. And like it was when Carly was like going through her breakup and like all these things happening. I would literally say it to anyone in our friend group like as a joke. Like I'm not
it
like
was,
I'm better than
you.
Yeah.
Like, and when we were filming it, I didn't think that at all. And I was getting DMs about it.
Yeah,
too,
I was getting like tweets, and I was like, oh my god, like no. And then like I felt terrible, and I was like, did you think I meant it this way? Like obviously I would like talk
I was literally
to her
like,
about it.
huh?
Yeah. When it's like edited, maybe it feels that way, but like also like we know each other so well and we know our friends so well, like we know when they're kidding and when they're being like malicious. How do y'all always have great ideas for videos?
We do?
They said, it seems like y'all never run out of them, like ever. Well, we got this one from Chris, so.
Yeah. And we've been daily vlogging every Sunday the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. We look at what's trending. Our manager will send us like the hot things of the week, mainly for like Sunday videos. We're lucky we vlog, so we don't really have to think of like grand ideas for like our weekly stuff. So if anyone has any ideas, as always,
let us know.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope we gave you a little bit of insight into our world in the most honest
and open. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe,
and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Bye.